Stadium. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Washington Huskies and the USC Trojans. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. He understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it, they're on the run.
Yeah, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out, and the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor, defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Here's Williams. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing, Williams unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Washington. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Washington! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Jordan. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Huskies! Special teams proving to be special. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Oh, they're after him, and it's a sack.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Back to pass, it's Mayava. He's going to take off. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Find space on the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
The kick is on its way. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. They'll start on the ground with Washington. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Williams on the play fake. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. First play of the drive comes from the 38. To throw, it's Mayava. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojans. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football. So much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A run for the quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out more space.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Williams rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Inside the touchdown, Southern Cal. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. The extra point here would tie the game.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. A quick pass to the left. Nice move there. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Williams to throw. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Williams makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They kick it away on 4th down. And they'll just down it right there.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Runs into a wall. They'll give him 1 out to the 8.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. And it's slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Throwing, Williams. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
I know 4 yards doesn't seem like a lot, but man, it's so nice when you can dictate to a defense. And 4 yards, back-to-back plays now set up where the whole playbook's available. I can do whatever I want. I can be aggressive. I love when offenses stay in that 3rd down and short range.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And they'll just try to kick it out of bounds to make sure that thing doesn't get run back. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Washington. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. He's got him. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the break up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, the defense was expecting that one, guys. You saw 2 defenders around the intended target to the perimeter of the field. Nice job anticipating where the quarterback was going.
Sound strategy here to try to punt it away from that return guy. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Might have a chance. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Right back to the well.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Williams. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Now Washington uses his 3rd timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Williams will pass. Here's a heat. He's going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your...
Oh, they block it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Cotter.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin our wraparound with Clemson, taking on the number 12 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Tigers coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. They now sit at a sterling 5-0 on the season, keeping their unbeaten streak going. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Play action with Williams. Now rolling to the left. Now looking to throw back to the middle. And here's the third interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Running inside. It's Jordan. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. And the dive and the grab along the right sideline.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
He will not get there. A stop on third down leaves him with a fourth down from the 18-yard line. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And remember, he's already had one blocked in this game. And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And they trusted him. Even after that last miss, they trusted him again to make it, and he misses again. I don't know how much more trust they'll have in him. Good weather, not a long kick, second miss of the day. We might not see him again.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Play fake, Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Caught. Sweet cut there. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll go right back to it. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job game tackling as this game goes on.
The run inside. It's Jordan. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Here's Williams to throw. Finds his tight end. Breaks into the open. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Huskies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. So now it's second and long. Williams looking for a man. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Here's Williams. He unleashes a long one. Goes high to pull it in. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They'll run it. It's Washington. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going,
it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Washington again. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jordan. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. He's got it again. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short. The bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Backed up now, here's second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Jordan. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Trojans come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Yeah, in this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Scanning the field, it's Mayava. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Finds a man on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. A senior defensive tackle being looked at by medical personnel. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on how he's doing. Running inside, it's Jordan. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Now look what I found. I would say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit.
29 pounds. 29 pounds.
Wants to throw. It's Mayama. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays.
There he goes. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he'll be brought down.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up the throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Keeps it himself. Shakes off the defender. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
From the gun, the ground game. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. And they'll use another timeout to try to save as much time as they can for their offense. And he got it! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Giving up that last field goal really ratchets up the sense of urgency for the offense on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Huskies. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Barber. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Working the middle. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Trojans. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
You're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. On the move. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's a give to Washington. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to Washington again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Timeout called by the defense. 2:09 remaining on the clock.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Washington sends out the punt team. Makes the catch, wants to make the move upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Snagged out of the air. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. Wants to go right back downfield. Pressure coming. It's complete on the right side. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. The throw to the outside is complete. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Working that left side now. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Firing to the right, complete. Turning it on. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment.